Hi, this is Rudy Winston with Canon USA. Today, I'm excited to give you the details about an important upgrade offer for the EOS 5D Mark IV. We'll be offering Canon Log as a gamma option for the EOS 5D Mark IV. This will be an upgrade installed by authorized Canon service centers to any EOS 5D Mark IV camera. It will add Canon Log as an imaging option for video recording without changing any of the existing picture style options already in the camera. Canon Log has been well received in our high-end cinema EOS cameras for years, and has only been available in a DSLR body until now in the EOS 1DC. Canon Log extends the range of tones and dynamic range in video footage, providing an even better source file from which to perform extensive video editing or color rendering in post-production. In the EOS 5D Mark IV, at Canon Log's base ISO of 400, you can get wider exposure latitude and a wide dynamic range of up to 12 stops. At lower ISO settings, Canon Log's dynamic range will be narrower. Basically, shooting with Canon Log Gamma will provide you with wider exposure latitude, wider dynamic range than the picture style settings already in the 5D Mark IV, such as standard, neutral, and others. Canon Log video files are 8-bit files and available for 4K and HD recording. If you record in 4K, it's at 422 and 8 bits. In Full HD and HD, it changes to 420 at 8 bits. Canon Log is designed to reproduce the entire tonal reproduction range of which the CMOS sensor is capable. It's not an alteration of an existing picture style. Instead, it remaps data from the sensor in a manner that ensures excellent tonal reproduction within both the highlight areas and shadowed or darker regions of a given scene. I want to make it clear that shooting with Canon Log enabled anticipates a post-production finishing process, meaning images will appear darker and flatter, but this translates into greater flexibility in the post-production color grading process. The final output is facilitated in a number of ways: by using color grading software to achieve a desired look, or you can simply use a Canon-supplied lookup table, or LUT, which is a type of color matrix used for converting the image's gamma and color space for the intended use. The bottom line here is that Canon Log will produce scenes with a wider dynamic range, better details in the shadows with less clipping of the highlights, and provides enhanced post-production color grading options. Your camera will basically be the same as before the upgrade. Canon Log is super simple to activate. With the camera in movie mode, navigate to Canon Log Settings in the menu and enable. I wish everything were this easy. Now, you'll see a warning message that alerts you to possible noise in the image periphery when using peripheral illumination correction in combination with Canon Log. You may want to turn that feature off should you notice any. There are a few in-camera adjustments you can make to Canon Log images, items like sharpness, saturation, and hue. But for the most part, you'll want to leave those in default, unless you're after a particular look. Backing out of the menu to Live View, you'll see the Canon Log icon flashing on screen, reminding you that you're in log mode. Notice that the image appears flatter and darker. This is what you want. It's a characteristic of Canon Log. There is a View Assist menu setting included with this upgrade to change the dark and low contrast appearance of Canon Log video files to a more normal look while you view recording and playback on the camera's LCD monitor. View Assist adds a wide DR monitoring LUT to the LCD. This will not affect the internal recording, only the displayed image. And while we're on the subject, enabling View Assist does not affect the HDMI output. It will not have the LUT applied. And this is important and perhaps of special interest to those of you that like to record the uncompressed HDMI signal on external recorders. The HDMI output signal, which as a reminder is 1920 by 1080, will always include Canon log gamma when Canon log is enabled in camera. Looking at the histogram and filling the screen with an 18% gray card will reveal a difference in exposure when compared to the picture style settings. A metered middle gray in Canon log should fall at about 40% on the histogram, while standard should appear at about 50%. Again, this darker appearance is normal, and you should not deliberately overexpose your footage in most instances. As far as camera operation goes, be aware that Canon log requires manual exposure operation with the EOS 5D Mark IV. Any auto exposure video recording will require you to turn off Canon log and use one of the conventional picture style settings. Most other movie recording features, however, remain available, including all in-camera autofocus operations with dual-pixel CMOS AF. This includes movie servo AF to follow moving subjects and all the AF method choices. The 120 or 100 frames per second high frame rate movie recording at 720p is also possible with Canon log. Wi-Fi operation and control is unaffected, and 4K frame grabs remain available. The 8 megapixel JPEGs will have Canon log applied. And you'll be able to register the menu settings to the custom shooting modes, C1, C2, or C3, for easy access. There are only a few features which are not possible if you activate Canon log in the EOS 5D Mark IV. These include in-camera HDR video, time-lapse movies, and as I said before, any form of auto exposure or auto ISO. Peripheral illumination correction is not available in 4K with Canon log. The following image settings are not selectable when Canon log is active: picture style choices, highlight tone priority, and auto lighting optimizer. All these can be applied if you turn Canon log off. A few points I want to clarify about this upgrade. Adding Canon log to your 5D Mark IV will be a paid upgrade. A service technician is required to perform this upgrade. It's not a simple firmware update procedure, so it's mandatory to send your camera to an authorized Canon service center. A link is coming at the end of this video, so please keep watching to learn how to take advantage of this offer. I'm Rudy Winston. Thanks for joining us.